Hi students, today we are going to learn how to write a message. Now message writing is very easy. You can score full marks in message writing. Only you need to keep in mind certain essentials which we will be discussing in this video. Let us first know what is a message and why is there a need to write a message. A message is a short piece of information that is written for someone to whom you are unable to speak directly for some reason. It could be any reason. The person might not be there at home at that moment, or the person is unable to talk to you as he or she is busy with something important or urgent. It could be anything. And this is the place where writing a message helps. Now, before we proceed to learn the format of the message, let us check on certain important tips for writing it. Now, the first thing that is to be kept in mind while writing a message is that it should always be in a box. If you forget to draw the box outside, you lose marks in format. Next is the content of the format. It doesn't require much, it only requires the date, time, salutation, body, and name. That's it. Now for the writing part, it just needs a short, simple and crisp body, including just the important inputs. Now the sentences used in the body should be as simple as possible. Complex sentences or complex words should not be included much. One thing that is very important to keep in mind is the message body should always be written in an indirect speech. That means you need to be thorough with the rules of conversion of direct speech into indirect speech, else the body of the message will become meaningless. Now the last thing is the word limit. Basically the word limit for a message is 50 words. You can increase it to 55, but try to restrict it to the word limit. It is very important to stick to the word limit. These are certain things that you need to keep in mind before you write a message. Okay? Now, let us learn the format of message writing. As I said earlier, you need to first draw the box outside before you start writing the message. For your convenience, you can draw the top line and the side lines first, and once you end the message, you can draw the final line at the bottom. Second is the heading as message. It should be in uppercase. Uppercase means capital letters. We write it in capital letters to attract the vision of the person it is being written to, so that the person notices that. Then to the left, we write 3 details. The first thing is the date on which the message is written. Next is the time. And then we leave a line and then we write the salutation. The salutation includes the name of the person to whom the message is being written. Then from the left margin itself, the body of the message begins. This body should be restricted to 50 words. You can exceed it up to 55 words, but the word limit should be kept in mind. Once we finish the body, we again leave a line and write the name. This name is the name of the person who is writing the message. This is it. This is the format of the message writing, which is not at all complex. It is very easy. Now message writing can be done in 2-3 ways, but the most common method of writing a message is through a telephonic conversation. So here as an example, I have taken a telephonic conversation which I'll be using to write a message. Focus on the way I read the telephonic conversation and how I filter out the input to create the message. So here's the question. You are Ravi Gupta. You receive a phone call from your father's office in his absence and have the following conversation with the speaker. Write a message for your father as you have to go for your tuition class. That means you are Ravi Gupta here and you receive a call and you need to draft a message out of that call for your father. So let us see the conversation. Mr. Sharma, hello. Ravi, yes, may I know who's calling? Mr. Sharma, I am Anuj Sharma. Can I talk to Mr. Gupta? Ravi, I am afraid Daddy is not at home. Do you have any message for him? Mr. Sharma, yes. Please tell him that the meeting fixed for tomorrow has been cancelled. Ravi, okay. Anything else? Mr. Sharma, Please tell him that we shall let him know as and when the next date for the meeting is fixed. Ravi: okay uncle, I shall tell daddy when he comes back. This is the conversation between Ravi and Mr. Sharma. So since Ravi has to leave for his tuition class, he will now draft a message out of this conversation for his father. And who has to do it for Ravi? We have to do it for Ravi because we are Ravi Gupta over here. So let us do it for him. And here is the message that has been drafted on the basis of the telephonic conversation that we just read. You will notice over here that only the important inputs have been converted into a message, nothing else. So let us read the message. The first thing you can see is the box outside, then the heading as message. To the left you have 2nd May 2020, that is the date, and this is the exact format how you need to write the date. 2 May, comma, the year, that is 2020. Next is the time, that is 7 p.m. 7 p.m. in the evening. Daddy, salutation, comma. Mr. Sharma called from your office on telephone stating that the meeting scheduled for tomorrow has been cancelled. He also informed that they would let you know as and when the next date is fixed for the meeting. Leave a line, Ravi. This is exactly how a message is written. We do not include anything that is not to the point. We only write the input that is important for the person to know, nothing else. That is why our message gets restricted to 50 words. So this kind of a short and crisp message helps you to get full marks. Since now you know how to draft a message, you should also know certain mistakes that are commonly made by the students so that you don't repeat those mistakes during your examination. The first mistake that the students commit is they forget to draw the box outside the message. I told you it is very, very important because that contains marks. The second mistake is the incorrect format. It is very important to draft the message in its own format. Long and complex sentences are used, which is again not at all required. The message should be simple and short. The next is poor planning. Now, planning is something which is very much required for writing a message. And when students do not plan the content well, they end up writing useless information, which again exceeds the word limit. Now the next is too much text, again, which is not at all required. You need to understand what is the information that is to be converted as a message. Now the next mistake is committed with the ending signature. Students tend to put their initials over there or put a signature which does not clearly specify the name. Here the ending signature is only and only the first name of the person who is writing the message, nothing else. Only the name of the person who is drafting the message. Like in our example, we wrote Ravi, not Ravi Gupta, or we did not put any kind of a signature in the name of Ravi. We just wrote Ravi, which was the first name of the writer. And the last is something that we have already discussed, the word limit. You should know how to filter your input so that it gets restricted to 50 words. It doesn't exceed the word limit. That's it. And this is how we write a message. I hope you have understood. Thank you.